shot! Cyclones, what a play!
Oh, and moonshot. Oh, he rolled it! What a catch! What a catch!
Here's coming home. What a play! What a play! The double play from Jerry Langston! And that ball is out of here! Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver! He's advancing home. I don't know if I like it. Oh! Down! He got him! Oh my God! He crossed the leg before he was there.
In play, that's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that.
What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice heads out. Trey Cluxton right. Went over to first and still gets Alex Harden.
Cross, get out, ball later!
And he might have missed it. Got it, Rob, from Jordan Rice. And that's a shot. That's a what a play.
Steps on second, flips over to first, and he does it! Oh my Lord, Zach Inouye, a solo!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh! Philip Rosenbarkels, walk off the season. Oh!
Cross, get out, ball later!
And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver. That ball's in play. Goes back, keep the game. Back into Thomas Playhouse makes the grab.
Oh, he's running through. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out.
Good move, I like it. That ball is absolutely tattooed. And what a roll! What a roll from Keaton.
Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil.
Okay, and after that exciting intro right there, we are back for the final game of week number 9. We have the Cyclones at 9-15, trying to avoid elimination. They need to win one at least. And the Western Wolfpack, with a sweep, they can actually take over that first seed. Right now, first place is the Nighthawks at 16 wins. I'm Jack Bleos, joined by Neil. Neil, what are you looking for in today's game?
I think today it's very important to consider the pitching duel here. Recently, the Cyclones have looked a little bit better with adding David Gibbons to their pitching lineup. I think Max Melendez definitely struggled earlier in the season. I believe I took note of their records. We have David Gibbons is at 3-3 right now, while Max Melendez is 4-9. So I think going up against Sam Thomas, who is one of our Rookie of the Year candidates, and his strong pitching, he won't be pitching in Game 1, but we most likely will see him in Games 2 and 3, taking as many games as possible here, and especially that first game where they're not going up against Sam Thomas will be pivotal if the Cyclones want to survive.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Cyclones team has been carried by offense. With that, let's take a look at the starting lineups.
Jackson Carr, I'm him.
Zane Phillips, Mount Lake Terrace High School.
Max Melendez, Blazers. Drew Tenzar, University of Washington.
Brock Playhouse, Self-Learning.
Salou Fati, Washington.
So with that Cyclones lineup, no Brock Bleos, no Drew Tenzar, and no Salou Fati. Let's take a look at the Western Wolfpack starting lineup.
Alex Harden, Western Washington University.
Thomas Playhouse, Shore Elementary.
Sam Thomas, Summer School.
Zach Inouye, University of Washington.
Ian Michael, Edmonds Woodway High School.
Chad Curtis, Balso Hard University.
And with that, we are ready to go. First pitch. David Gibbons will be on the mound, and like you were saying, Neil, David Gibbons, right now he's got a 5.82 ERA, but you know, he's looked better. He started off rough, and I think the last few weeks he's been dialed for this Cyclones team.
Oh, for sure. He's going to start off here with 2 balls. Just not exactly the start you're looking for. He's going to move up to a third. See if he can turn some of these into some strikes, and we'll connect one there.
Yeah, David Gibbons, I think that's kind of the issue for the Cyclones team, is just throwing strikes. And already that ball's going back over the Trevor May, almost hit the target. Zach Inouye leads it off with a solo shot, and like you were saying, Neil, the pitching for the Cyclones, what it's going to come down to, and unfortunately for them, that is a rough start.
Yes. I think we've seen a lot of offensive dominance from the Central Cyclones, and it is going to be heavily reliant on their defense of keeping the points low. Both Jackson Carr and, of course, Zane Phillips have been impeccable hitters this year. Jackson Carr is in the top 5 for RBIs this season, and top 3 in terms of home runs, while Zane Phillips takes second and first place respectively in those 2 categories. So it is very important that they do have some success on defense here as well.
As Ian Michael looks at 1 ball, 2 strikes, that ball barely misses outside, 2-2. Ian Michael, as they reload on balls, hitting .371 on the year, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. He was the Rookie of the Year 2 seasons ago. Actually, no, sorry, he was runner-up 1 season ago.
Who ended up taking it last year? I don't quite remember.
It was Dylan Carroll of the Aces, who... I mean, Dylan Carroll missed a few games this year, but a little bit of a sophomore slump. That ball's in play over to Jackson Carr. Someone read the hitting chart right there. Perfect placement. 1 out. Now Thomas Bleos will step in. Thomas Bleos. Yeah. as Sam Thomas. Probably confusing with the same first name to the same last name, but now Thomas Blehouse will step in. And Thomas Blehouse having himself a pretty good year. He's missed last couple series, sitting on 9 home runs, but the career home run leader in the AWA with 88. Looks at ball 1.
And I think he's really come back this year into form, both on defense and offense. I think outside of potentially Sam Thomas, I think you could say that Thomas Blehouse has been the most important player for this Wolfpack team this year, especially deep in the field, playing second base, taking a lot of those home runs away, in addition to hitting quite strongly, as you said, the career leader in home runs for AWA.
Yeah, he's sitting right now at 88 career home runs, trying to get to double-digit home runs. And
triple-digit home runs even.
Yeah, well, that triple, double digits on in 2025. We'll, 12 home runs in 12 home runs in the final 2 weeks might be a little tough, but he will at least get 12 more at bats. That's for sure. Ball's in play over to Jackson Carr. Thomas Blehouse just walks back to the base. Nice job to get the second out after giving up that leadoff home run.
And while we did see a 1-0 game close out yesterday, I think with these two teams, it's very unlikely that we're going to see that again. So keeping the Wolfpack to 1 run in this first inning may not actually be that bad of a result.
That's a nasty first pitch from David Gibbons, 0-1. Sam Thomas, like you were saying, front runner for Rookie of the Year. He's got swings it down right when I hype him up. He's got double-digit home runs, 377, 27 RBIs, and we'll see him pitching later today. Ooh.
Yeah, I think in that Rookie of the Year conversation, it is between Sam Thomas and his brother Philip Thomas on your Northern Nighthawks. And I think for me,
he got him swinging right there. I think he hit the zone. So that'll be strike 3, and that'll end the inning. We will get back to Neil's thought after the break here. So yeah, Philip Thomas, Sam Thomas, front runners. I'm trying to think who else out of the rook. I mean, Liam McFeely's been solid. And it kind of comes down to just, MVP, Rookie of the Year. A lot of it is pitching focused.
For sure.
Obviously, and, when we look at most valuable players over the last couple of years, it's been, a guy that can go out there game 1 and lock down an offense. So we'll see Sam Thomas out here after Ian Michael gets the start. And looking at his stats right here, pretty solid, 4.22 ERA. 28 strikeouts, and he'll come right at you with the fastball, so we got to keep an eye on that radar gun here today.
Yeah, and on that pitching note, I was going to say that I think that is what really sets Sam Thomas apart from Philip Thomas, is the Wolfpack are losing Jace Pratt coming out of last season, being able to step into that starting pitcher role while Philip Thomas has been able to play that secondary pitcher role. I think being able to come in as a starting pitcher and replicate some of the
That's my goodness. Max Melendez evens it up with the first pitch of the game. And talk about short porch. That is as short as you can go. It counts just the same, but we have a tie game 1-1.
For sure. And this is not a player that you typically expect to see these hitting dominance from on the Central Cyclones. Like I was mentioning earlier, it is Jackson Carr and Zane Phillips, who are typically these strong hitters. So with both of them still coming up in the batting lineup, this could be a very dangerous inning for the Central Cyclones.
Yeah, and I mean, they've gotten most of their production of Jackson Carr. He's had him play over to Ian Michael for the first out of the inning. Most of the production has between these two guys right here, Jackson Carr and Zane Phillips.
Pitcher number 1, Zane Phillips.
That's a nice first pitch to start off the front runner for Silver Slugger. And talk about Zane Phillips, 1 home run from 20 on the year, which does not happen very often. He's got second in RBIs, 44, and a 529 average.
And just absolute hitting dominance from this player this year. Pretty much unmatched. I mean, I know Philip Thomas comes close in a couple stats, I think overtaking in RBIs, I believe.
Yep.
But just kind of this performance, especially from a bottom team, that I just don't think anyone would have expected.
Yeah, and I mean, without Zane Phillips, who knows what the record would be this year. As that ball's in play over to Ian Michael, he'll throw over to first for the out. So 2 outs. And anytime you can get Zane Phillips out, that is a success.
For sure.
We're kind of, I mean, we haven't gotten the 3rd out in this inning yet, but kind of identical innings so far. Solo home run to begin the game, and then 3 straight outs for the Cyclones, and now Wolfpack trying to do the same here.
I believe most of them coming from fielding outs as well, not necessarily from the mound.
So now David Gibbons will step in and fouls that one out of play. He's had a up and down journey to the start of his AWA career, but he came in 3 weeks ago, and he's been pitching pretty dang good. 281 average, 3 home runs.
Someone who I would definitely credit with almost the Cyclones' resurgence late into the season.
Yep, absolutely, and unfortunately, that's how it happens.
That is how it ends.
So we'll be back at the top of the second. 1-1 is the score. Alex Harden will lead it off here in the top of the second. Alex Harden had his best offensive series last week, struggling under the Mendoza line. But now he's up to 300, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, so starting to turn it around.
Definitely solid statistics in this league.
And it's odd, but you know, Alex Harden, you know, he's got 250 innings under his belt in the AWA. He is not elected to pitch this year. I won't blame him. He's got 2 pretty solid guys in front of him.
For sure.
So that ball is going back, and
Max.
Oh gosh. That might be the worst play in AWA history right there.
It sure is close.
Oh, what's the same with the stats here, right?
That, I think already that's a lock for not top play of the year.
Yeah, I think
he had like 3 opportunities to rob it. Let's see. 1, 2, over.
That is a tough one to watch if you are a Cyclones fan. And definitely a play we will be seeing later this year at our award show for our worst not top play of the year.
Gosh, can I get some of that luck? So Chad Curtis will step in. 2-1 count here. Chad Curtis, one of the guys in contention for Dingers or Nothing award this year. We'll take a look at his stats. He's got 4 home runs, 8 hits. So that's a no pitch right there. 61 saved by the radar. Kind of another surprising Dingers or Nothing candidate is Yoshi Milady on the Enforcers. So that ball's in play, ducked down, but he will make the play. Nice redemption right there. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, I think Yoshi Milady coming into the season a little bit late, maybe could consider this maybe an advantage for that award, especially because you see fewer balls.
Yeah,
but I do think he's come in and had a very strong performance, especially offensively, on a Enforcers team that kind of struggled through the middle of this year, but now is maybe just escaping that elimination spot. It's kind of this 3rd team competing with the Cyclones and the Mojo for that 8th spot, which does not make playoffs.
Yeah, and it's coming down to the brim every year. I mean, last year we had I think 6 teams tied for the same record going into the postseason. Swings through that one 2-2. And it's coming down to the brink again here, both these teams. There you go, 5 teams tied for 13 and 14. Swinging right there, strike 3 for the second out, and getting a little bit of deja vu here. Solo home run to begin the inning, 2 straight outs.
This time, though, we do see a pitching out, which I don't believe we have seen this game, and could be a good indicator for the Cyclones finishing out this game and going into the next game. If Gibbons is able to connect some of these strikes, especially in a row, it could once again lead into an advantage here for the Cyclones, which is needed because they do need a game to avoid immediate elimination.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit the knob. Fouls it off. 0-2. Appreciate the honesty there. Nice job to fight that one off. Most likely would have been a strike. So 3 straight foul balls to begin this at bat. Ooh.
That one just gonna fly over outside for the first ball.
Got him swinging, strike 3. And that'll do it for the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the second inning. 2-1 is the score. So here we go. Max Melendez hits a home run and then gives one to the Wolfpack. So it's a game of yin and yang, as that's a perfect pitch right there at 60. See if he's a little angry after that play in the field.
I would definitely be.
Thomas Playhouse right to him. Can't make the play, and unfortunately that'll be an extra base for Max Melendez. Thomas Playhouse talking about the sun being a factor.
Max, you get second. You get second. He's there for you.
And with how many innings have started out with home runs, followed by a couple of immediate outs, I believe this might be our first base runner of the series, already at the bottom of the second.
Yeah.
Which is definitely not something you see every game.
Very true. And Thomas has been very stellar out there defensively. Maybe needs some shades out there or something. Jackson Carr looking at 2-1. Jackson Carr, 12 home runs on the year. I think Mark Campanero just hit 2 last week to move into third. Does not go. 3-1. He'll get on via the walk.
Now for the Central Cyclones, pitcher number 1.
So now 2-1 for Zane Phillips, who grounded out in his first plate appearance. Look at ball 1.
And with this many runners on the base, the most we've seen so far this game, Zane Phillips is definitely not the player you want to see stepping up to the plate if you are the Wolfpack. But he was able to get out in the first inning, so we'll see if that replicates here, or if he will be able to hit a ball just like we expect him, expect out of him always.
Yeah, definitely not the guy you want to see up there, if I could choose. That ball's hit over down the lane. Sam Thomas tries to make the play, and Max Melendez will score. So a stand-up double. You don't see that very often here in the AWA. Perfectly placed down the right field line. And just like that, the Cyclones have tied it up.
And that is exactly why so many pitchers are scared of Zane Phillips and why he has such good statistics this year. It's just the hits, when he gets hits, they are often strong and get a lot of value out of base running. Max Melendez is able to come in there and tie up the game, like you said. David Gibbons will start this off with a strike, though.
A little late on that one. 0-2 to David Gibbons. Wolfpack looking for that first out. That ball's in play underneath the hand. And a solid play right there from Thomas Playhouse. The runner will score, though. And lucky that that ball hit the backstop. Otherwise, there would have been another runner coming in from home.
And we see, I believe, Zach Inouye go for that throw onto Zane Phillips. It just misses barely behind him. But Wolfpack are maybe losing a little bit of their momentum here in the bottom of the second.
That'll be a speed check there. Remain 1-0. 2-0. Fouls that one straight back. 2-1, and Cyclones Really trying to get that one win in game one. I mean, that's the bare minimum, one win. So getting that in game one would be very nice, ease some tensions. They can play a little more free. Currently have the lead.
Yeah, and that one win is so important because not only does it protect them from immediate elimination as Max Melendez will strike out there, but it does put their own destiny in their own hands as they will be matching up against the Metropolitan Mojo next week in the last game of the regular season for elimination as we expect currently.
Jackson Carr will step in 0 for 1, a ground out and a walk. Looks at ball 1. St. Phillips looming on deck. That's in play. Thomas Blehouse doesn't have a play there, and 1 run will come in to score there. So a nice little RBI from Jackson Carr, and he kind of wants interference, but Thomas Blehouse, I mean, I think if he actually tried to charge that ball and ran into the batter, he might have a discussion there, but he kind of just waited for the runner to pass.
I do believe he did, which is interesting.
You gotta act.
Yeah.
If there's no collision, then you know, we can't call it interference. But 3-0, and I kind of like this strategy here from Ian Michael.
Yeah, like we saw Zane Phillips' last at-bat, able to get a strong hit up the right side. Definitely very dangerous, and I believe that turned into a double. Very dangerous when he is able to make connection. Instead, Ian Michael will opt to just walk him, but it will load the bases with David Gibbons coming up to bat. And this could be a very good opportunity for the Wolfpack, or I'm sorry, the Central Cyclones to extend their lead beyond 2 points.
Yeah, David Gibbons looks at a strike right there. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Pitch misses just high, 1-1. Swinging over the top of a drop ball. Just low right there, right at 60. So 2-2 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Lay off of it for full count. That's in play. And we're going to take a look at the replay. If that ball was in play, that's an out. It's in play, yeah. And he's out at third, so that's 1 out. Or 2 outs now in the inning. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate placing of the ball there. They do keep the bases loaded with Melendez coming back up to the plate. It is unfortunate they weren't able to convert that point there with Melendez coming home, but it is not the end of the world, and they still have these bases loaded. They still have the opportunity to earn more points.
Ball's popped up out of play, 1-1 count. Two and 1 to Max Melendez, who's made up for some of his fielding and base running errors. As that ball's over to Zach Inouye, and he'll step on third for the out. Great play there from Zach Inouye. And we head to the top of the third. Cyclones trying to close this game out, 4-2.
I think it is.
Who's up? Thomas is up. Yeah.
So here we go. Thomas Blehouse steps in, trying to mount a little bit of a rally here. The first overall seed is in play for the Wolfpack, but only if they get a sweep. He looks at ball 1. Big hack on the drop ball, 1-1. This is a man that's trying to get to 10 home runs. And he just misses that. And David Gibbons will get the first out of the inning. It's a loud out, number 1.
Very high hit up into the air, but unable, just doesn't have quite the distance to be able to get out of the park. David Gibbons will be able to get under it and secure that first out. If the Central Cyclones are able to hold the Wolfpack from gaining 2 points, they will be able to end this game early and avoid elimination immediately out the gate with a quick end that would be a massive relief off their shoulders.
That ball's popped up over to Zane Phillips, and that's a quick out number 2, and just like that, Wolfpack are down to their final out here in game number 1.
And with Sam Thomas and Thomas Playhouse, 2 of their stronger hitters coming up first, it is going to be reliant on the rest of the team to try to find something in this inning, because it's going to be a while before they get back in the batting order with no outs to spare.
And if they do at all, as Alex Harden steps in, ball 1. And Alex Harden needs some luck on his side like he did in his first hit. It was a solo shot, but gifted by Max Melendez over at second base. 3-0. That'll be a 4-pitch walk to Alex Harden, just like that. The tying run comes with the play in the form of Chad Curtis, who grounded out in his first at-bat. Chad Curtis struggled a bit this year, like we've been talking about. He's hitting 200 on the year, right above that Mendoza line. 4 home runs, though, 11 RBIs. No bigger spot than right here.
And as we were saying, this is one of our dingers or nothing players, so if he was able to make a connection, there is a 50% chance based on statistics that it will be a home run, which would tie up this game.
That ball's going in just foul. Chad Curtis trying to do what Max Melendez did in the first inning, and he missed that home run by a matter of feet. Inside, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Swinging over the top of that one. 2-2 count. Zach Inouye on deck.
Perhaps the final pitch of the game here coming in from David Gibbons.
Nice take right there. Full count. Nice job to fight that one off. Would have been close. And we'll look at full count again. 7th pitch of this at bat. Got him swinging strike 3, and the Cyclones will avoid elimination this week. And we will head to game number 2. Just plugging in the lamps. We'll be back shortly. So we're going to send it down to Robert, as I almost die there, who has David Gibbons with him. Robert, take it away.
All right, David, you guys avoid elimination for this week. How does that help you guys? I know you guys are looking for the sweep this week, but definitely help.
Yeah, we're starting to swing it, man, and pitching is starting to get dialed in, so I just got to keep the momentum going.
What has been good for you guys on the hitting front here?
I think we've been a little more patient, while still looking for our pitches to hit, and having Zane and Jackson.
All right, good luck for game 2 and 3. Back to it, guys.
Thank you, Robert. Jack is just stepping away, picking up that foul ball that came flying at us, but we will be getting into game 2 here. Like we mentioned before, the Central Cyclones are able to avoid immediate elimination from the playoffs by picking up that first game. Also quite a solid game, being able to close it out at the top of the 3rd. Momentum may be shifting into the Cyclones' direction here, and that they don't have as much pressure on them. They may be able to play a little bit more freely and might actually come away with a win in the series, which which would be quite important, especially if they are able to secure a sweep, because every game they win here will be less pressure on them in that Mojo's Elimination Series at the end of the year. Conversely, for the Wolfpack, dropping that first game is not the best for them, because if they were able to sweep, they would be able to secure that first spot. Now out of contention, they still have a Week 10 game, and so do the Nighthawks, where they might be able to seize that first place spot, but it will not come this week.
First pitch in there right at 60, and now Sam Thomas.
First pitch in there. Leaving the count 1-1. Max Melendez having a pretty solid start to the day. Had a single and a home run in game number 1. So that ball's in play over to Zach Inouye, knocks it down, throws over to first for the play to get the out. Nice play right there. Zach Inouye in it short.
Yeah, very close play there at first. Able to just get him by half a step as Melendez was in the air. Thomas now stepping onto the plate. We were talking about earlier about how Sam Thomas was able to be a difference maker for the Wolfpack as their starting pitcher. We didn't see him in game 1, and they did take the L. So maybe we'll see a bit of momentum shift here now with their starting pitcher now on the mound, as Jackson Carr will step into the box and start off with 1 strike.
Jackson Carr swinging at the slider right there. You know, the lefty-lefty matchup. Always a little bit difficult in the MLB and AWA. But the good news for the lefties is it's a much shorter porch out there than right field. So the ball 1 and 2. And ball's a little high, 2-2 count. That ball's popped up into no man's land, and Zach Inouye can't make the play. Put that in the perfect location.
Right in between Sam Thomas and Zach Inouye. Neither of them able to quite get there to field it cleanly. So Jackson Carr will get on first, and Zane Phillips will step up here. Very strong performance in game 1 with at least an out and a double, but a very consequential one at that.
Zane Phillips steps in, ball 1. Zane Phillips still looking for home run number 20. And if the Wolfpack any chance winning this series, they're going to try to keep it right at 19. That ball's hit hard down the line. That's a fair ball, not a home run. And that ball barely stayed in play. Hit that pole right there.
A very strong single. Ball barely stays in play out there in left field, just hitting the tree right on the inside of the foul pole. Able to get 2 on base here, first and second. David Gibbons will step in as the 4th batter up for the Central Cyclones.
David Gibbons looks at a first pitch strike, and it's always difficult when you're coming in as a rookie facing new pitchers. First time facing Sam Thomas. He's late right there, 0-2. And all things considered for the Wolfpack, a single to Zane Phillips is a win. That ball's popped straight up to Sam Thomas, calls for it, and gets the 2nd out of the inning. So nice job right there from Sam Thomas. Now Max Melendez will step right back in, grounded out in his first plate appearance.
Although was able to start game 1 with a home run, we'll see if he is able to replicate that at his 2nd at-bat here in this inning.
Strike 1 in there. Max Melendez thought about pulling the trigger. 0-1. Another half swing right there, right at 60, 0-2. Fouls that one off again. 0-2 remains the count. Max Melendez, 7 home runs on the year after hitting his 7th in game 1. Got him swinging right there. Strike 3, and that'll do it for the top of the first. We head to the bottom. 0-0 remains the score. we go. Zach Inouye will step in. Oh, jeez.
Tries to murder you there with a foul ball.
Yeah, everyone needs to chill. Just like that. 0-2. That ball is popped up. Zane Phillips will one-hand it. And that'll be the first out of the game for the Cyclones. 1 away.
Yeah, entering game 2, or the bottom of the second, I apologize, bottom of the first here at 0-0, even after the first batter, something we didn't see in the last game. At this point, it would have been 1-1. But as Ian Michael goes down 2, I believe, this could be a much lower scoring game than game 1, as Ian will fall there to 3 straight strikes, 2 swings, I believe, and then a nail in the zone.
Nice job there from David Gibbons to battle back. Now Thomas Bleaus will step in. No success in game 1 against David Gibbons. It is the first time any of these Wolfpack players have seen David Gibbons. Ball misses high. Thomas Bleaus wearing the TikTok mic here today. That ball's hit hard, foul ball. And it looks like Thomas is not going to be running today unless that ball's over the back fence.
It's the dingers or nothing mentality.
He's still got a pretty solid average. I mean, 373 on the years that ball hits him. Ball's in play, fair ball. And he'll get Thomas Bleaus. So that's a quick inning there for David Gibbons. We head to the top of the second inning. 0-0 remains the score.
Nothing to see here.
So here we go. Jackson Carr will step in 1-for-1 with a single here in game 2. Looks at a high pitch for ball number 1. Comes back with the strike, 1-1. Just low. I had to double check right there. 2-1 count. In front of that one, 2-2 count to Jackson Carr, looking for his 13th home run on the year. That ball's in play off the head of Sam Thomas. Zach Inouye tries to corral it there, but Jackson Carr's in there again with a hard hit single. He's 2 for 2 on the day.
A couple very well placed hits from the Cyclones. Hitting Sam Thomas, Zach Inouye.
Now the Central Cyclones. Pitcher number 1.
So now Zane Phillips will step in 1-for-1 with a single, and he hit it off that left field pole line. That ball is going back, and 20 home runs for Zane Phillips. He continues to add on. He does not want any doubts that he is this year's 2025 Silver Slugger.
It would be very difficult for someone to overtake him at this point, and that was absolutely destroyed. Hit the top of the tree all the way in the outfield. One of the farthest parts of the outfield as well, right there in the middle. Just an absolutely insane home run there from Zane Phillips.
47 RBIs on the year, trying to get to 50 RBIs on the year, and that ball's hit past Zach Inouye. David Gibbons getting into first base comfortably. So 3 straight hits for this Cyclones team, and they've come here to play today.
And this inning already starting to fall away from the Wolfpack, who were able to have a shutout in the first inning, already down 2 with another runner on first, with only 0 outs.
Max Melendez hits that off Sam Thomas. He will recover, but can't make the throw. Ian Michael, I don't know what he was doing all the way over. It looked like he was playing second base. He's playing very far over. Now runners on first and second. Jackson Carr will step in, ball one. Jackson Carr trying to up that average here in game two. It's a strike, but 61 on the gun. And even for, that ball's foul, even for Sam Thomas, this is a tough lineup to get through. I mean, they are currently in last place, but arguably the best offense in the league, headed by Zane Phillips and Jackson Carr.
Definitely not by the eye test of some of their offensive innings would you expect them to be in last place, as Zach Inouye is once again unable to field the ball there. So we've seen at least 3 times so far this series as the bases will become loaded for the Central Cyclones. Still, I believe, with 0 down, and Zane Phillips steps up to the plate. This is a very dangerous position. At risk of hitting that run cap of 6 if a home run is hit here from Zane. He will look at strike 1 though.
Ball's fouled out of play, so Sam Thomas up 0-2 here. Nowhere to put Zane Phillips. Gonna go right at him. That ball's in play over to Ian Michael. He'll throw over and miss Jackson Carr. So that was a close play right there, and I know Sam Thomas isn't giving him any favors here, but 2 plays in the field, the Wolfpack defense usually sure-handed. They just can't come up with it, and there's still no outs here in the top of the second inning. David Gibbons will step in.
Definitely, if the Wolfpack look back at this game, there's so many opportunities for them to secure outs in this inning, among others. If this game really gets away with them, and eventually this series, they could really look back at this game as kind of a point where they could have tied down the Cyclones and been able to turn the series around.
That ball's in play off the hand over to Thomas Bales. He'll step on second for the out. We'll take a look at a replay to confirm that, but that does look like the first out of the inning. And luckily for Thomas Bleaus, he hits the brick wall. So the call on the field was out. That might be too tough to overturn. So he's already left the base, so confirmed out. 1 out in the top of the inning.
Max will as well call out 1 out to solidify that the Cyclones agree with the decision, as he will swing for strike 1. Runners on the corners here. Still an opportunity for the Cyclones to get up to 5 with Jackson Carr sitting on third base. Ball will go wide as well for Max Melendez. Bring it to 1-1.
It's his arm right there, 2-1 count. Max Melendez 1 for 3 with a ground out, a strikeout, and a single. Just out in front of that one, evens it up, 2-2. Jackson Carr at third base will be on deck. Just outside, so full count now to Max Melendez. That's just outside, so a 5-pitch walk to Max Melendez. The bases are now juiced for Jackson Carr. And this Cyclones team trying to get to 6 here, get the 6-run cap, a grand slam would. We allow the runs to count if a home run takes place, so that would be 8. So technically the max allowed for the first 2 innings is 9. We can get 1 more in here and bring Zane Phillips up to the plate.
And outside of Zane Phillips, this would be the person you want in the batter's box if you are the Central Cyclones, as the ball will go wide there for ball 1.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3 here with 2 singles and an error. It's a strike right down the middle, 1-1. Cyclones already have 6 hits here in game number 2. Ball is popped up. And it's a double play from Sam Thomas. And I don't know what Max Melendez was doing. I've seen quite a few mistakes from Max Melendez here today. 2 base running and 1 fielding, but that'll get the Wolfpack out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the second. 4-0 is the score.
Jack, who's that?
So Sam Thomas will lead it off. And he's going to try to get this Wolfpack team right back in it. So far today, the Wolfpack have not had much success at all against David Gibbons. And look at strike 1. Swinging there, 0-2. That ball's hit hard right. Oh, Jackson Carr can't make the play. That ball was hit perfectly to Jackson Carr, and I think he was just shocked, or maybe not ready, that it was hit right at him, right in his hands. Sam Thomas is aboard. Now Alex Harden will step in, DHing here in game 2. Looks at ball 1. So as far as the Cyclones have been doing well today, we have seen a fair share of errors from their team, as that is a strike in there on the inside corner. Three and 1 count. Fights that off right at 60. Full count now to Alex Harden.
He'll take a second to adjust himself and step back in the box to see potentially this final pitch.
That's inside, so a walk right there. The Wolfpack are in business here in the bottom of the second. 2 on, and now Chad Curtis will step in. Barely missed a home run that would have tied the game in game 1.
Now batting for the Western Wolfpack, designated hitter number 3, Chad Curtis.
Home run here from Chad Curtis wouldn't quite tie the game, but it would definitely put them back in it. So he looks at strike 1, hitting the top left corner of the zone.
Does not go, evens the count, 1 and 1. Zach Inouye on deck. That ball's in play, kind of in no man's land. Zane Phillips will throw over to first and get the out, but it will advance the runners. And now the lineup will turn over to Zach Inouye. Runners on second and third. Zach Inouye 0 for 1 here in game 2 with a flyout. So far only 1 hit today for the Western Wolfpack in game 2. And a look at a strike right down the middle at 59. Right at 60, 0-2.
Zach Inouye, though, known for his impeccable clutch home run last year in the playoffs against, I believe, the Eastern Enforcers. See if he's able to replicate some of that magic to get the Western Wolfpack back in this game.
That's in play over to David Gibbons. He'll throw over to first, and he'll be safe, and that ball's thrown out of play, so 2 runs will score. And that is a very productive out right there. 2 RBIs, and the Wolfpack are right back in it.
I didn't realize there was nobody on first.
Sam Thomas looked like Alex Harden was pushing up against Sam Thomas. I don't think he was going to go, but Alex Harden forced him to go home.
And it ends up working out for them as they are able to pick up 2 runs. Ian Michael will now step in with 2 outs and still 2 points behind. Ian looking for any sort of hit here or base movement.
Well, 2 runs come across as Ian Michael swinging at the first pitch. But good news is no more runners on field, and that ball is going over. That's a home run. It looked like it was going to be foul for days, and it curved back in.
Yeah, that ball absolutely destroyed from Ian Michael.
I thought that was foul, and then it.
One of the farthest home runs I've seen here at my time at the AWA. Just an absolutely insane hit. We take a look at the replay. Once again, just nailed out to left field. Can't even see it on the camera, but trust me, that ball went
It went over the
flying.
top of the foul. It looked like it was going to be foul. Went over the top and then landed over top 65.
Unreviewable.
It came back. It's foul.
Throw the pitch. Unreviewable.
Out of camera.
We don't have an angle on that.
That was so foul.
So Thomas Blaus gets nailed there, and Cyclones are not happy about it. Rightfully so, but I've seen a few of those home runs this year where it looks like it's going to be foul for sure. No pitch at 62, so remain 2-0. That ball's destroyed, but foul. Thomas Blaus just in front of that. And Thomas Blaus, obviously a pure pole hitter. Swinging underneath that one, 2-2.
Cyclones would definitely like to get this final strike here to bring them out of this inning. Losing 3 runs already, really taking down their lead.
In play to David Gibbons, and that'll end the inning. So Wolfpack get 3 back, and we head to the top of the 3rd trying to hold it at a 4-3 game.
3, 4, 1. Thanks, Ranga. This is in this clip. Yeah. Right dog car. Yeah. Jackson was better than I was pegged out. Pop out. Okay. 4, 2, man. I keep pop out. 1.
Yeah, Sam Thomas has got 1/3 of your fielding out.
That's pretty bad.
So Zane Phillips will lead it off here. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a home run. That ball's just outside at 53, ball 1. Sam Thomas going to try to dial it back in here, top of the 3rd inning. Keep it a 1-run ball game as that ball is in there for a strike. 1-1. Just behind that one, 1-2. Leave that one outside, 2-2 count. That ball is popped up over to Ian Michael, and he'll make the play. And that was a little testy right there, especially him coming in telling Sam Thomas, I'm not going to make any more errors in the field. Still holding true to his word, but made him a bit nervous out there.
Definitely one where the sun could get in your eyes. That ball was hit very high, but once again does not have quite the momentum to get out of the field on the right side.
One out now, and David Gibbons will step in. He's 1 for 3. Fly outfielder's choice and a single. That ball has a chance. It's going back, and that's out of here. Top of the tree, and David Gibbons has given the Cyclones one more run of cushion, and they now lead it 5-3. 4th home run of the year for David Gibbons, 308.
If that ball didn't hit the tree to qualify for the home run, maybe Ian Michael would have had another chance at keeping his promise, but it does end up going out by our rules.
That ball's in play over to Zach, and we'll knock it down, throw over to first for the out. We'll take a look at the replay, but the call on the field is out. And that was very close. And it confirmed out on the play right there.
Gets
2 outs.
By almost like an 1/8 of a step. But Ian Michael so far able to keep his promise about no more erring in the field.
So Jackson Carr to step in. That ball's hit hard into the gap. Jackson Carr's aboard his 3rd hit of the game. And he's not hitting home runs like he's used to doing, but he'll take 3 singles in a day.
And just perfect placement from the ball there, right in between Zach Inouye and Thomas Playhouse in the field. Thomas now will move over to the left to cover that space as Zane Phillips steps up to the plate and will swing for strike 1.
0-1 count to here to Zane Phillips. Big fly out to Ian Michael to begin this inning. I'll miss low, 1-1. Hefty swing right there. Count goes to 1-2. That ball's popped up right to Zach Inouye. Almost hit the tree, but that'll do it for the top of the 3rd. Wolfpack need 2 to tie this game, 3 to walk it off.
Good play. Let's go.
Yep, let's do it. Should be a good hit.
So Sam Thomas will be the first to try and start this rally. He's 1 for 1 with his single in game 2, and we'll look at ball 1. David Gibbons trying to close this thing out after giving himself an extra run of insurance. So a strike right there.
Max, either side of that. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's just, 62. No pitch. That deceptively fast there. That ball has a chance. It's going back. Jackson Carr at the wall can't make the play, and Sam Thomas has inched this game within 1 run for the Wolfpack. That's his 11th home run of the year.
Had a lot of home runs today. Very interesting game, especially game 1. But even in this game 2, we've seen quite a few of them. And David Gibbons is going to need to be able to close this inning out pretty quickly, as it is his final inning of eligibility. As we mentioned at the top of the show, he kind of has been the difference maker on the mound for the Cyclones. So we'll see what he's able to do with Alex stepping into the box.
Yeah, and I don't think he's thinking about eligibility right now. I think he's just trying to get that 2nd win for the Cyclones. I mean, 1 and 2 wins doesn't make a difference for them, as that's a strike right there. But a sweep would put them in great shape heading into the last week of the season. 61 on the gun, so it'll remain 1-1. Alex Harden walked in his first plate appearance, the tying run at the plate. Inside. And normally, you know, if you're any other team, you might think about going to a different pitcher here, but Cyclones, kind of their only guy that's been able to get outs is David Gibbons. That's a strike right there, evens the count 2-2. Max Melendez most likely will be the game 3 pitcher. Got him swinging right there, strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. And now Chad Curtis will step in. He's got a ground out in his first plate appearance in game number 2.
Yeah, Max, I believe a fairly high draft pick in this year's draft, hasn't quite been able to produce on the mound of what maybe some people would have expected coming into this year. Had a couple good innings here and there, but really not the consistency that you'd want to be a closer in this game in this game 2, or be pitching to try to secure the sweep in game 3.
0-1 count to Chad Curtis. Looks at another pitch right down the middle at 60. Perfect pitch, drop ball. 0-2. Tries to go a little higher there, misses. That ball is hit far but foul. It's right into the bullpen strike zone area. Feel like if you hit the target on the fly there, that should count for something.
Mm-hmm. That would be very impressive.
It's outside, 2-2. That ball's in play over to Zane Phillips. He'll throw over to first, pulling him off the base. And Chad Curtis was just walking over there. I think if he had a little speed on it, he might have for sure beat it out, but came down to Jackson not being able to catch it there.
Ian Michael maybe passing on his misfortune in the errors to Jackson Carr there at first base. Zach Inouye will step into the box too.
Zach Inouye will look at a strike one. Now the go-ahead run at the plate for the Wolfpack, and if anyone's got the clutch gene, it's this guy right here. That is a speedy pitch inside, 1-1.
Yeah, we saw a very important hit from him last inning, and Zach Inouye just always seems to be that player in the clutch moment that will find something.
Fouls that one back. Hopefully we don't lose that ball. We might have just lost that ball. 2-2 count.
I would say like Dylan Moore.
That ball's in play. Chad Curtis. Chad Curtis has almost cost his team 2 outs, but he did it. He did it.
But he is still safe on that first base. Almost like I was mentioning earlier, the errors just seem to ever be present in this game.
There's been quite a few base running mistakes so far, but Wolfpack still have a chance here with 2 outs. Ian Michael, first pitch swinging at 60, 0-1. That ball is going back. It's a foul ball.
What?
It's foul ball.
That looks like it was over the tree.
Try to bait him with a bat flip.
Yeah, no, that was.
Was it foul?
Yeah.
Make a call. Can we get a replay? Can we get a replay? I want to challenge it.
I mean, I knew right. Ian's trying to pretend like it was.
You like the bat? I thought you were going to call it fit.
There we will get confirmation from the booth that that is a foul ball. Manager or team captain for the Wolfpack, Alex Horton, asked for the replay. Will be confirmed as a foul ball, bringing the count to 1-2 here.
So 2-2 count now to Ian Michael. High, so he's worked a full count here. Thomas Blayhouse on deck. David Gibbons really trying to get Ian Michael out right here. I mean, he's got the home run power. He had that home run an inning ago and just missed one right there.
Yeah, very dangerous position here for the Cyclones. Unless the game goes to a tied game, they will not have another chance to strike back.
Inside, and that is a walk. So Ian Michael will get aboard, and now Thomas Blayhouse will step in. Comes down to him right here. Sam Thomas also has a home run. He's on deck. So starting to get a little bit nervous out there for the Cyclones with the heart of the order coming up. Thought about it, does not go. Big swing and a miss right there, 1-1. Nasty pitch right there, outside of the zone, 1-2. Calls for time. To the imaginary ump, I guess we're the umps. Not hard to lay off of that one, 2-2. Thomas Blayhouse 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts here in game number 2. Got him swinging, strike 3, and that'll end game number 2. The Cyclones have taken 2 wins from the Wolfpack heading into game 3. And the Wolfpack trying to figure something out. We'll be back shortly with game number 3.
I've won 2 games, but I haven't won 2.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go, eh? Go celebrate. Crazy. Let's go have some beer. John, what if you like Cyclone? Jack, we're just going to roll with the same thing.
What do you want me to say?
Say some funny shit. Yeah. Okay.
We're going to send it down to Robert, who has Zane Phillips with him. Robert, take it away.
All right, Zane, 2 for 2 on the day. You guys have been talking about the sweep all day long. That's your focus. You're 1 game away. How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling good. I like that David's finally getting his rhythm. I know he's new this year, but he's going to be a good asset for us. So we just got to keep the 6 going, help him open some guys.
Where do the balls go? They go over the fence?
What has impressed you so far with David?
They got you or?
Honestly, how many pitches he has and the command. It only took him like 2 or 3 games to really have strike presence. So
all right, good luck for game 3. Back to the booth, guys.
Thank you, Robert. That was a massive escape there from David Gibbons to get out of that inning with 2 on base. Any hit, pretty much, from the Western Wolfpack would have brought them into the lead, but just 1 point ahead, the Central Cyclones are able to escape that, setting them up for the potential sweep here, which would be massively beneficial for their playoff hopes. The Western Wolfpack, though, I heard them just talking. They are just playing for seeding essentially at this point, so these losses might not feel too bad. Losing the chance to get first place, it might feel quite disappointing, I believe, because they get to play the winner of some of the lowest seeds in the second round of the playoffs. Max Melendez, though, will be up on the mound for this game, pitching off against what I assume will be Sam Thomas, who we saw have a decent performance last game. Unfortunately, the Central Cyclones batters are all very strong. So we'll see what Max is able to do this game, see if they're able to close out the sweep, because I believe 2 wins and 1 win is very similar for their matchup against the Mojo in terms of playoff contention.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
What's our playoff outlook look like?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are still in it probably.
Let's go, boys.
Probably. It's going to be
A lot of balls on the ground today.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to get swept back to back.
How many guys you strike out in the first game?
Okay. So you're
10? So here we go. Zach Inouye will lead it off. Max Melendez, and like we were saying, he's kind of had a rough go pitching a 7.9 ERA. First pitch swinging, strike 1, and often helps for some of the wilder guys pitching wise. That ball's in play past the hand of Zane Phillips. Zach Inouye's in there.
Good start, Zach.
Start off with a single, and I was saying it kind of helps the guys who are a little bit more prone to walks to pitch in game 3, just because guys are trying to swing and get more hits later in the series. Ian Michael will step in, look at ball 1. Lays off on a pitch, 2-0. Slider just misses high, 3-0 count to Ian Michael. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk issued to Ian Michael. Thomas Bleaus will step in.
I think we're starting to see the main source of the problems that Melendez has had all year, which is just connecting with the zone. I think throughout the entire year, really, he has really struggled to get close to the zone. A lot of his pitches going wide on either side. We see the 4-pitch walk there. See if he's able to start making some connections. I don't know if he got one versus Zach Inouye. I know there was at least a swinging strike. Go for the first pitch here against Bleaus. He won't even pretend to be interested in swinging, and it will hit his leg.
Oh my God. That's gonna find him. That ball was so lost.
Ball's gonna be gone till next week.
We're low balls per usual this late in the season, but that ball, there's no chance we're getting that back. But like I was saying, you want to know the crazy stat? Crazy stat of the day? Guess how many home runs Max Melendez has given up this year. Keep in mind he's pitched 30 innings.
I would guess around that much.
29 home runs this year, which is by far the most in the league. So it's been the walks and the... What was that? That is one of the most uncomfortable strikeouts you'll see, but Max Melendez will take it.
Did have that destroyed foul ball.
Yeah. If it was cricket, that would have been huge. It would have been a 4. Is that how you scored as, or 6? I don't know. Well, Sam Thomas will step in. He had his 11th home run of the year. Last game, 2-0. 3-0.
29 home runs given in 30 innings is a very insane stat.
1 home run an inning, basically, as that ball's popped up to Zane Phillips. And yeah, it'll be I mean, same outcome, but infield fly rule.
And the errors just never seem to stop in this series.
Yeah.
As it's another fielding error from the Central Cyclones. They will be able to secure the out at third, and the situation won't really change other than an out being added to the count for the Western Wolfpack. But it once again does not say good things about their consistency.
So 2 outs now. Max Melendez is going to try and get out of this inning unscathed. First pitch strike to Alex Harden. Hits his hand right there, 1-1. Nails him there, 2-1. Swinging right underneath that one, evens the count, 2-2. That's low. Full count to Alex Harden. Got him swinging strike 3, and Max Melendez will get out of the top of the first unscathed. We get to the bottom of the first, 0-0 remains the score.
Like from the jump, no running errors. We're no rule looking at. I'm playing third. Zach's at second, and Ian's at first.
Probably got bowls.
Hey, there's some content.
You're hard. You can't go sliders. Yeah.
Dude, you get that ball,
Max is up.
As we take a look at the past champions of the AWA, we will see that the Central Cyclones were able to pick up a World Series in 2021. Their chances are looking unlikely this year, but so far they're not out of contention. They are able to pick up 2 games in this series, which does keep their playoff chances alive. And if they are able to become more dependable on defense, this could be a dark horse to go far in the playoffs just off of their hitting talent. Western Wolfpack still looking for that first World Series. Quite an impressive performance last year in the playoffs, coming out of last place for most of the league regular season duration, being able to squeak up in some of those placements in the final weeks, and making quite a deep run, quite a fan favorite last year. Coming in at quite a higher seed though this year, we assume, still pending results from week 10. It is quite a matchup.
Yeah, and the Wolfpack, one of the few teams that have never made it to a World Series. Them, the Pilots, and the Mojo is Sam Thomas.
No matter what.
Swings at the first pitch, and he's swinging no matter what. 0-1. Ball's fouled out of play. 0-2. That ball's popped up out of play, and for a second, Alex Harden might have had a chance over there. Puts on the brakes, remain 0-2. Thomas Bleaus looks to be pulled from this game. It's quite a fury of foul balls hit down the left field line.
I believe this will be the 5th pitch with only 2 on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Just because of how many foul balls have been hit. Will be our first ball though of this at bat.
1-2 count here to Max Melendez. Got him swinging right there, strike 3. And I know we've kind of talked about his issues with pitching, but 7 home runs on the year, good enough for 3rd amongst rookies. So He's doing a quality job there putting bat on ball.
And that is competing against both Sam and Philip Thomas, who have both been impressive both on the defensive and offensive sides. So third place, not quite bad if you're going for more of an average player.
Ball 1 to Jackson Carr. Jackson still has not homered in this series, which is kind of a rare feat here in 2025. That ball's fouled straight back. 1-1. It's a nasty pitch on the inside corner. 1-2 count to Jackson Carr. That pitch will sail just high. 2-2. Just low, and Jackson Carr, deep breath right there after almost watching strike 3. Got him swinging strike 3 for the second out.
That's not -3 accuracy.
And just like that, Zane Phillips will step in again. Hit that 20th home run. Now at 48 RBIs, needs 2 more to be the first player this year to get to 50. Just late right there, 0-1. Slider misses outside, 1-1. Swinging, but 62 on the gun, so will remain 1-1 count here to Zane Phillips. Sam Thomas bringing the heat against the presumptive Silver Slugger in 2025. Just late on that one, 1-2. Frozen right there for strike 3, and Sam Thomas gets out of the inning. We head to the top of the second, all square, 0-0. So Chad Curtis will lead it off here in the top of the second. 0-0 is the score.
And that pitching we see out of Sam Thomas there to close out that inning is why he's so highly rated in this Rookie of the Year race. 3 pitching outs to secure that inning. Max will start with a strike though, maybe being inspired by the pitching dominance we saw last inning.
Well, all things considered, pretty quality pitching here today. Chad Curtis will look at a ball there. 2-1 count.
I wanted to mention after the end of the top of the first, Max is able to get out of it without allowing a home run, which, as we were talking about,
that'll help his ratio. That ball sails high. Full count to Chad Curtis. And that's inside, so Chad Curtis is aboard via the walk. And now Zach Inouye will step in, only player here today who has a hit in Game 3. 1 for 1 with a single. Zach Inouye, known for his on-base ability. Had a little bit of a rougher offensive year up to this point, but he has missed a few games. As he swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Ball misses inside, 1-1. Fouls that one straight back, 1-2. Ian Michael waits on deck. Thought about it, but does not chase, evens it up, 2-2. Say, wild swing right there, looked like it was gonna hit him. And now it does hit him. So Max, full count. Max Melendez was going to hit him no matter what there. Does not go, so back-to-back walks, and in the first inning, how he's able to get out of it with No runs coming across. Obviously, step one, don't give up a home run. And two, he only walked one batter in inning one. Already here in the top of the second. First two batters walks him.
Is able to get 2 strikes though. See if he's able to get all the way to 3 here with Ian Michael.
That ball is popped up right to Max Melendez. He'll make the play, so 1 out. Nice job there. And now Thomas Playhouse will step in on a little bit of a redemption tour here after getting benched in the field. Exit ball 1.
And redemption from his last at-bat against Melendez as well, which did not end favorably for him, but he will be up 2-0 here.
Just missed that one. Yeah, he struck out in his first at-bat. So he's gonna work it out. And he needs to stop doing that.
Second time he does foul it way over the house on the right side in back-to-back at-bats. Max will miss low though to bring us to a full count.
Got him swinging, strike 3, and Thomas Playhouse unfortunately will go down for the second time today via the strikeout, but that's just kind of how it goes. If you miss any games, come back a little rusty, especially when you have a game every 2 weeks. That's about a month off from seeing live pitching.
Especially for a player that was so important to the Wolfpack's success this year, both in the field and at bat. Now benched from the field and not doing well at bat. Very not favorable situation for him.
Because that's 3-0, and you know, when Thomas isn't having a good day, so look how the Wolfpack's doing. That's a 4-pitch walk. So bases juiced now for Alex Harden. Trying to score the first run of the game for either team here on the top of the second.
We'll look down the barrel of 2 outs though. So really any large errors here from Alex Harden will really strand 3 Wolfpack runners, which could be devastating in this series where they have yet to win a game.
Ball's hit hard, but foul. And they're not gonna, I mean, there's still another week in the regular season. They're not gonna get the 1 seed here. But if they get a win here in the final game, they will be tied for 2nd place in the league at 14-13, currently back to 500. That ball's in play over David Gibbons. He'll step on second for the out. We'll take a look at the replay, but the call on the field is out. I think that is pretty close there. And I think he got his foot right in there, so confirmed out. And just like that, Max Melendez will get out of a bases loaded jam in the top of the second. We head to the bottom half. 0-0 remains the score.
Yeah. Check that one. I don't know if that one.
So David Gibbons will step in. Can't contribute pitching-wise here in Game 3 out of eligibility, but going to try and help out offensively. That ball is hit far, but that'll be a long foul ball. Alex Harden's going to go track down that ball as we are in a low ball crisis.
Yeah, this game still sits at 0-0, so even a solo homer here would be massively valuable here for the Central Cyclones, especially as they are batting at the bottom of the second. We'll have a chance to close out the game in just the top of the third.
1-1 count to David Gibbons. I almost say Goggins. Just late on that one. Fouled out of play. It'll be 1-2. Sidearm delivery misses outside, evens it up 2-2. ball is destroyed, foul again. Alex Harden making a mental note of where that ball is.
Would you apologize to that ball?
Got him swinging on the inside pitch. Strike 3, first out of the inning. And now Max Melendez will step in.
And Sam Thomas really needs to hold the Cyclones here at 0, because being down in the top of the third playing offense is really a scary situation to be in, especially looking down the barrel of a sweep to the Central Cyclones, who have been in last place for, I believe, the entire duration of the league, maybe outside of week 1.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't feel good, but good news for both teams. There is one more week in the regular season.
Always a chance for redemption. That's that pitch will miss low.
Max Melendez 0 for 1 with a strikeout here in game 3. That ball's hit hard but foul, and we're just, there he goes. Hits the bullpen zone. We're just peppering the foul balls today. Thought about it, but does not go. Evens it up 2-2. Just outside, full count. That's in play, but foul. So we'll go back to full count. The ball had a chance there to stay fair, but just went left of that third base.
And you never quite know where the ball will bounce with how many roots are along that baseline.
Not an ideal third base line, but
good instincts from Max though to go for the run. We've seen many people not quite commit, and they can be thrown out.
Does not go, and that'll be a walk there for Max Melendez.
He's able to make it onto first, just like he walked over there just a pitch before. Jackson Carr will step into the box now, though. Solid hitter. See if he's able to get his first home run of the series, which he has been missing after so many throughout this year. Would put them 2 ahead, which so far in the series, it would be a massive advantage, as we haven't seen too many high-scoring games.
Well, no count to Jackson Carr. That ball's going back, and Jackson Carr has just given the Cyclones a 2-0 lead. And that is his 13th home run on the year. It was only a matter of time before he got a home run this series.
How did you feel when you hit that? How did you feel?
And that is what we've been expecting out of Jackson Carr. So many RBIs, so many home runs this season. It's really what he's been good at bat. Was missing it this series and is able to find it at a pivotal moment here in the bottom of the second.
That sets up the top of the third for the Cyclones, who have an opportunity to close this series down with the sweep. With, if you would have asked anyone, very unlikely, but 1-1 is the count here to Zane Phillips. That ball's destroyed, foul, and I don't think I've ever seen this many hard hit foul balls.
Did you apologize to that ball, Phillips? I'm sorry.
So 1-2 count here to Zane Phillips after apologizing to that ball. Looks like he's going with the axe bat here.
Great eyes. We love those.
Lays off on a drop ball that barely misses the zone. 2-2. Goes right back to it. Zane Phillips lays off it again. Full count. Just outside, and Zane Phillips will get on via the walk.
You got those balls. I'll get the other ball.
And now David Gibbons will step in. 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
The Wolfpack do give up 2 runs to Jackson Carr, but Zane Phillips is only able to secure the walk and will now go to the other side of the batting order. Cyclones do still have 2 outs to play with, though, in this inning. They're able to get 2 more on with either walks or hits with Gibbons and Melendez. Carr will step back up.
That ball's going back, and Zach Inouye makes the play, and that kind of sounded weird off the bat. It looked like he had good contact there, but just be allowed out number 2.
Maybe potential there for the double play, but Michaels did move over to second to try and cover, potentially for the force out if Inouye missed the ball. But instead, Wolfpack live with just 1 out and keep Zane Phillips on first.
That was an interesting pitch right there, right at 37.
I thought about it.
1-0 count to Max Melendez. That ball's popped up. Sam Thomas was trucking there, slipped a little bit on the gravel or whatever that is. It'll just be a foul ball.
Tried to go for a Jake Oliver there.
Yeah. No, not too many guys are going to go full extension out there. I think Jake Oliver, Dominic DeMuro are kind of the only 2 guys. Maybe Peter McNeil. Plays off of that one. 2-1. Fouls that one back. 2-2. Outside, we get to full count again. Quite a few pitches thrown by Sam Thomas here in the 2nd inning.
And with Jackson Carr on deck, this could be a dangerous one too if Melendez is able to get
check swing right there, and he will step on first. Could have just tagged him, but does the same no matter what, and that'll end the bottom of the 2nd, but not after a 2-run home run from Jackson Carr. Set it up for the Cyclones sweep here in the top of the 3rd.
All right, let's go, guys.
Come on.
So here we go. Chad Curtis steps in. Is that off the knob of the bat? Hand?
That so hit the bat?
It hit the bat, but it hit his leg after.
Hit your leg? Okay.
Or that.
So that'll be a foul ball.
No, dude. Wait, Sam, it was top 5 worst play. Leg? Yeah. So it's a foul ball. Foul ball.
Yeah, foul ball.
Swinging right there. 0-2. Just inside. 1-2 count to Chad Curtis. Wolfpack down to their final 3 outs here, trying to desperately avoid a sweep to set themselves up for some solid playoff seeding. As that is a nasty knuckleball right there from Max Melendez. And when the Cyclones need him most, I mean, this game's not over yet, but he is putting together one of his best pitching performances all year.
And I did take a look back at that Mojo Enforcers game, the most recent one. The Mojo were able to pick up game 2, so it was a 1-2 affair in favor of the Enforcers.
That ball's a foul ball, so that basically sets it up that the Enforcers have the head-to-head against the Mojo and the Cyclones, so they are safe regardless. It'll come down to the Cyclones and the Mojo in the final game of the regular season if all outcomes remain the same. But 3-1 count now to Zach Inouye. That's outside, so Zach Inouye's on, and the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Ian Michael.
Has had some strong hits today. Some of them off target that we will see if he's able to get one on target to tie up this game. Although the Cyclones do have a chance to strike back in the bottom of the 3rd if it does come to that point.
That ball's just inside. I know Thomas Bleos on deck is really trying to get up there and make up for what's been going on today for him offensively as Ian Michael looks at ball 3. Max Melendez run into a little bit of trouble here.
A little bit of commentator curse.
Does not go, and that'll walk Ian Michael on 4 pitches. And now Thomas Bleos will step in. The potential go-ahead run will come to the plate.
up, not just off the bench, but also off the couch in the spectators area, coming for redemption after not so fortunate last 2 at-bats and being benched from the field. Really a chance for redemption here.
So 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in game 3, trying to redeem himself right here. Looks at strike 1 right down the middle at 59. That ball's in play over to Zane Phillips. He'll throw and get the lead runner. So nice job there.
Look at that ball.
Very good fielding from Zane Phillips to tag out the lead runner. That is the best play that you could hope for in this situation outside of a double or a triple play. But the base position will stay the same. Thomas Playhouse able to get onto first. Sam Thomas now will step in, but looking down the barrel of 2 outs and being swept by the Central Cyclones if he's unable to get on base here.
Sam Thomas looks at ball 1, last hope for this Western Wolfpack squad. Evens it out 1-1. Had a home run in game 2. That ball's in play and no man's land. Diggins will throw it first and gets the out. The Cyclones take care of business. They get the unlikely sweep, and that'll set up a series take-all final game of the regular seasons between the Mojo and the Cyclones. Whoever wins that game, final week of the regular season in 2 weeks, will advance to the playoffs. Loser will be sitting at home. That'll do it here from Edmonds, Washington. We will be back tomorrow for Nighthawks Stingers to begin week 10, the final week of this marathon 2025 AWA regular season. Good night, everyone, and remember, as always, dingers are nothing.